CrunchTime. You are now talking about with Shahid Evans. Football season isn't over just yet, as we have the HBCU All-State Legacy Bowl coming up on February 22nd. The Legacy Bowl has been here with us for 3 years now. With that all being said, I have a special guest joining us today, Steve White. He brings a lot of attention to HBCU football, and not only that, he speaks very highly of the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Steve, welcome to Crunch Time.
Well, good seeing you, young man. Looking good, bro.
We haven't seen each other in a while. How has everything been with you?
Life is good, man. Back from the Super Bowl, been busy, so life is good.
Now, Steve, may you please tell Crunch Time who you are and what you do for the NFL Network.
Yeah, my name is Steve White. I am the chief national reporter for the NFL Network, but I host a variety of roles. I'm a studio host, I'm a field reporter, do some game analysis, do a lot of special projects like the Polynesian Bowl, the HBCU Legacy Bowl, the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. I'm all over the place, man.
With the HBCU Legacy Bowl coming up, how do you feel like it's been expanding? You know, it's been here for 3 years. How do you think it's been progressing lately?
It's growth, like you said, has we've seen it go in layers, right? Initially, people were kind of like, okay, what is this and will it survive? Right. The initial things, it started by Doug Williams and James Shaq Harris, the co-founders of the Black College Football Hall of Fame and two of the greatest black quarterbacks in NFL and AFL history. And so after that first year, and people are like, wow, this is a really big thing. Several players from this game made it to the NFL after years of players from HBCUs not getting drafted and getting opportunities for the NFL. It's like, okay. Because I think it was more of a curiosity too for a lot of coaches at HBCUs. Okay, like what is this? Is this a gimmick or what? But because it was on NFL Network, nationally televised, because all 32 teams had scouts there, they saw this is an opportunity to get guys to the NFL, especially those who are not invited to the Senior Bowl or the actual draft combine. And so now we've got kids fighting to get into this game, coaches fighting to get their kids there. So to me, that's the biggest evolution of this game is the actual credibility and legitimacy that this is a pathway into the pros.
I remember being on YouTube, seeing you speak upon the HBCU Legacy Bowl. And my question is this. What is your motivation towards the Legacy Bowl? I get that you want to help players get drafted because, like you said, it has not been a lot of players drafted into the NFL from the HBCU.
Well, my motivation is for these young men to get an opportunity to play in the NFL, but not just them, right? To get the coaches to get recognized so they can get opportunities to transition to the NFL or to other opportunities. Yeah, I want our coaches to stay at HBCUs forever, but if they've got bigger goals, why can't this again be a pathway for them as well as trainers, some of the sideline help, some of the young people who help with the media. This is all a doorway and a gateway into bigger and better things. And not saying our HBCUs aren't bigger and better, but again, if people have other aspirations or goals, this is an opportunity to do that. And that is my motivation. As somebody with a front-facing position on television and with a voice to speak on certain issues that otherwise might not be brought to the attention of people in the media, especially sports media. That is my motivation. I'm here for a reason. My reason is to highlight our HBCUs and to highlight our HBCU alumni and the students and the teachers and the faculty and the coaches that are there.
It's very rare that HBCUs get airtime, but with the Legacy Bowl, I highly doubt that airtime will be an issue. Since we're talking about airtime, what is your input about PWIs taking on an HBCU, and what are the benefits of the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl?
Great. I mean, great. The PWIs are going to get it, right? You know, you've got the SEC network, you've got the ACC network, all the major television deals at all the major networks give the shine to the PWIs, even so-called smaller conferences get those games. The HBCUs have a package with HBCU Go. They've got a package with ESPN, which is usually on an ESPN Plus or a kind of a different tier. And then you have 2 games on the NFL Network. That's, by comparison, it's just something where a lot of these players don't get seen as they would if they were at Alabama and at Georgia. But that's how it is, right? They're smaller schools, lower level of football. So it is what it is. That's why we have to take advantage of these opportunities. And the one great thing about the HBCU Legacy Bowl is it's not just a game. It is a week's worth of practices, a lot like the Senior Bowl. There is a career fair that is there the Thursday and Friday where the organizers of the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl and the Black College Football Hall of Fame, they send these big buses to universities within 6-hour drive of New Orleans where the event is held to bring, as we like to say, the mountain to Muhammad. We don't want these employers, and there's hundreds of them at this career fair to say, man, we don't know where to find great black talent or diverse talent. Well, here, come here. It's there. We're bringing them to you. So no excuses. And that's the biggest thing of all about this whole process with the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl, the career fair. We want to leave no excuses why talent cannot be found.
I seen on Instagram you guys picked up our offensive lineman, Kristen Love from Detroit, Michigan. What are some things that you guys seen in him to pick him?
Okay, great. Now, I'm not dodging anything, but I am not part of the selection committee, right? That's Doug Williams, James Shack Harris, some NFL scouts who evaluate the talent to see if this is a type of person that could be draft eligible or signed as an undrafted free agent. But look, you're not in this game if you're just a filler, right? This is somebody who has distinguished himself on the football field and as a human being. This is somebody who is worthy of being showcased on national television and to meet with NFL scouts. Again, all 32 teams are there from the NFL, but you also have scouts from Canada, from the Canadian Football League, from the UFL, right? They're all there. You'll see a lot of these players get drafted into the Canadian Football League, into the UFL as well. So the opportunities, again, are there. So with him being there, he's got a shot. He just better be in shape. And he better be ready to play because the competition is going to be consistent every day at a very high level.
And if I'm not mistaken, it starts Monday and ends on Saturday, right?
Yeah, Monday through Saturday. It's a week-long deal, just like when you see with the East-West Shrine game and the Reese Senior Bowl. And they'll reports every day on NFL Network. Again, so we're showcasing people every day. This is not just a one-off.
This is a lot of great opportunities for players and students. I myself will be in New Orleans for the career fair and for the Legacy Bowl. But Steve, I thank you for your time. I know that you're busy and you have a lot of stuff to take care of today. So I really thank you.
Great. Well, I appreciate you, man. Always, Shahid.
I'm Shahid Evans with your Crunch Time Report. Stay in tune for the next Sports Talk.